Hi everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very simple Ironman cake pop. So they are very easy to do. I hope you enjoy the tutorial and let's get started. So to make the Ironman cake pops, you're going to need cookie crumbs, you're going to need some buttercream, yellow fondant, and now this is the Ironman mask that I've cut out of cardstock that I'll be using to cut the face template around. And I'm using black gel paste, white gel paste, fondant roller, cake pop sticks, red melting wafers, a very fine paintbrush, an X-Acto knife, and a toothpick. So the first thing we need to do is mix some of our buttercream in with our cake crumbs. And for this, you need to use your hands. So when I've got it all mixed up together, we'll be ready to shape the cake pops. So to get Ironman's head, what I'm going to do is just scoop out using just a medium-sized cookie scoop here. And I'm going to roll it into a ball first. And then I'm going to start to roll it into an oval shape to shape for the shape of his head. So I'm going to roll all my dough out and make them all into ovals like this. And then I'm going to set them aside and melt my chocolate. So when the chocolate is melted, I'll be back for the next step. So once you have the cake pops rolled, what you're going to do is dip the stick into your melted chocolate. You just need a little bit at the end. Bang off any of that extra chocolate. And then I'm just going to insert it right into the base of the cake pop. So I'm going to do all of the cake pops like this. And what this does is just anchors the stick into the cake pop so the stick doesn't fall out. So after I've got all the sticks in, what I'm going to do is pop it into the freezer for about 20 minutes. Because you want them to be nice and solid before you start dipping them. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our cooled cake pop and we're going to dip it directly into the melted chocolate. Then I'm just going to twist and tap. This is going to get any of the excess off. If you do have some left on and it rolls down your stick, once it's dry you can just break it off, so don't worry. And then I will just set it to dry. So just dip it straight in, straight out once it's covered, and turn and tap. After I get all of these dipped into the melted chocolate, I will be back to show you the next step. So what we're going to be making next is the Ironman mask out of the yellow fondant. So just take a fondant roller, and you're going to roll it pretty thin. You don't want too much. And then using your template for the mask, just place it on top there. And I'm going to cut around the outside of the mask. So then I can peel the fondant away. And before you remove the template, what I found helpful was just kind of making sure that all the fondant fits in its right spot, so it's all exactly the way you want the mask to be. So when you've got it just like that, you want to peel your template off and do any other fixes you might want to do. And then just using a brush and a little bit of water, I'm just going to apply it to the fondant here, because this is the water is going to stick to the cake pop. So I've got my cake pop that is dried, and I'm going to carefully peel this up, and I'm going to put it onto the cake pop. So I'm going to do the rest of my masks, and I'll be back to show you the next step after that. So what we're going to do to put Ironman's face on is we're just going to use a fine brush and a little bit of this white gel paste, and we're just going to put on his eyes. Both sides, obviously. And then for the mouth, I'm just using just a blunt tool in order to make the indentation. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and then up, and then across, and then down, and then back up for his mouth. You don't have to do that part, but it just makes a little bit more dimension into the mouth there. So then using black gel paste and a toothpick, I'm just going to fill in the crack here. So after I've filled in his mouth, his face will be all finished. So I'm going to do a couple more, and then I will be back to show you the finished product. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today on how to make Ironman cake pops. If you liked it, share it with your friends and give it the thumbs up. And if you do try this tutorial, give it to us on, or show us the finished picture on our Facebook page. We love to see what you come up with. So thanks for watching. You can find us on Google+, Twitter, and on Facebook. And remember to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again next time.